So it was another beautiful new day, and that means another new bike to enjoy. I made my way back to Hotel Enzian to choose my toy for today. The last 2 days I had this great machine, and today I was going to enjoy this beast. The BMW R1200GS Adventure, an impressive bike with an impressive reputation.
Okay, I can't begin to tell you how super pumped I am this morning to take out this beast of a machine. The past 2 days I was riding this totally awesome machine. It was a BMW R1200RS boxer engine. Similar engine to this, but this is like an adventure model. This will take you all around the world. It's exactly the same bike Ewan McGregor and Charlie Borman rode when they rode all around over the world. I'm a big guy, and this bike is huge. Even just the physical appearance of the bike, and even sitting on it, once I threw a leg over it, the initial thought was, wow, this thing is ginormous. But I'm super excited because it's got a reputation as being the bike that can conquer the world. It's a long tradition of over 30 years, this motorcycle travelling all over the world through places that you'd never think you could get a bike into and out of. So I'm super pumped about this today. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be too adventurous with it. It's just going to be along the mountain passes and such, but still totally pumped to see what this beast can do.
Today's very exciting destination were the Italian Alps, and in particular the Dolomites. I didn't get very far. I pulled over onto the side of the road to put some extra layers of clothing on. The weather looked menacing and the clouds looked horrendous. The wind had picked up significantly, and I just hoped it wasn't going to start raining. It didn't just start raining, it absolutely bucketed down. I was hoping it was going to be a passing shower, but it just progressively got worse and worse. My fellow riders found shelter wherever they could, and it simply got to the point where I had to do the same, and I parked up underneath an underpass and just said to myself, what am I doing here? This wasn't part of the deal, it certainly wasn't in the brochure. This sucks. Wow man, I've never ridden in rain like this before. It's fucking pissing it down. There's lightning bolts hitting the ground too, which is pretty scary actually. I've never had that before, so I might stop for a bit. Love it! The rain was just relentless, and the amount of water on the ground was unbelievable. Then I remembered what I said when I picked up the bike.
Unfortunately, I'm not going to be too adventurous with it.
Famous last words. However, it did stop raining for at least half an hour, and coincidentally at a spectacular section of the pass. As they say, make hay while the sun shines, or lack of it in this case today. I rode up and down the pass a few times and then sat by the side of the road and enjoyed watching everyone else whiz by. However, these guys are loving the fact that the roads were wet. Fog was coming my way again, and it was time to pack up and make a move. It's amazing to see how quick the fog can move around. You can see in the background just how fast it's rising. Cars are driving past at a normal pace to prove that there's no trickery in the video here. Seconds later it was total whiteout, and seconds after that the rain had returned, much to my disappointment.
You're fucking kidding me, man.
The rain stayed with me until I found a hotel later on that evening, and by that stage I was well and truly over it, and I just had had enough. I just didn't want to play anymore.
Wow, what a really hard day's ride that was yesterday. I absolutely got pummeled in the rain, well and truly just absolutely drenched. My gear hasn't even dried out last night in the hotel. I tried to find a quiet spot to do this interview purely because you might hear the audio is not as good as what it used to be because I'm not using my microphone. The reason for that is that there was so much water yesterday that it got into my jacket and everywhere, and it's drenched my iPhone and short-circuited it, so I can't use it anymore to record audio. So I've tried to find somewhere quiet. There's a peaceful setting, Lake Allegra, that's where I am at the moment, and fortunately the sun's come out today as well.
Weather-wise, the morning had got off to a great start, but it wasn't long before not only the rain had returned, but conditions deteriorated significantly. I found myself in the middle of thick fog, heavy rain, slippery roads and very cold temperatures. It all sounds pretty grim, but I'm not going to lie, it was totally awesome. You'd ride along and you couldn't see anything in front of you, and all of a sudden a hairpin would appear in front of you. Yeah, I got a sick pleasure out of it. For some, tunnels can be dark and claustrophobic, but for me on the motorbike, they were warm and they were dry, and I was definitely my happy place. I couldn't wait to get into the next one.
So the weather yesterday was just absolutely shocking. I haven't ridden through that difficult conditions for a very, very long time. It was cold and I just got absolutely drenched on the bike. It was torrential rain. I won't call it rain, it was just a torrential downpour.
For those of you that are saying, oh look, toughen up, it's only a little bit of rain, let me put it to you this way. A few days ago I captured this video, and little did I realise that after all the torrential rain, it would look like this. So much rain had fallen in the last 24 hours that entire mountainsides had been literally washed downriver. The gushing rain had so much force and power, it could move trees, earth and even rocks out of the way. The wall of water had simply chewed up, swallowed up and spat out everything in front of it, including people's homes and people's cars. Looking at the aftermath left a lump in my throat, especially knowing I was out on the bike in these conditions. So who would have thought the BMW R1200GS Adventure, adventure by name, would deliver adventure by ride?